Hello everybody, welcome back to Nintendo. Today's video will be continuing computer basics for beginners and seniors. In today's episode, we are currently on episode 5 and we'll be talking about computer peripherals. So, if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave some comments, tell me what you think about the video. Returning subscribers, I thank you for continue watching the series, and I hope you do learn from what you're watching from me. Other than that, let's begin the video. Right, so what are computer peripherals? So computer peripherals, you can also say accessories, or I guess you can call it devices as well, but basically what computer peripherals are, they are external hardware devices such as mice, keyboards, monitors, printers, and scanners that connects to a computer to expand its functionality. So it also allows for data input, output, and storage. Remember, we, the users, the end users, when we use a computer, we have to give it an input. And the input is us either moving the cursor around the screen, typing, commands or whatever on the keyboard. And the computer processes that information, that input, and give us an output. So peripherals are not part of the core CPU or motherboard, but they are essential for interacting with the system. So they're not mandatory items. Excuse me. They are not mandatory items to have a computer up and running, but they are essential because how can you use the computer without a keyboard, mouse, and a monitor, to see what's on the screen? So they are essential to use the computer, right? So first thing up for peripherals are keyboard and mouse. So we're already going over what is a keyboard and mouse for both desktops and laptops, but a keyboard and mouse is a panel of keys used for putting information, letters, words, and numbers into your computer. So keyboard has so many keys on it. It has function keys, commands, numbers, stuff like that. I'll probably make a video just all about just the keyboard. Maybe I'll even show you guys the perfect handling of a keyboard, like where do you place your hands and stuff like that. I'm not really a professional typer. I do type fast, reasonably fast. But I'm not really a professional where I can type without looking away. Like I know some people, they can really type and not even look at the keyboard. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video about that. But a mouse is a hand-pointed operating device. So, nowadays we have optical mice. Your keyboard, or not keyboard, on your laptops, we have the touchpad, the trackpad, or force touchpad, or whatever, depending on what laptop you use. So it's just a input device that takes user input from the hand to move a cursor to the screen to select things. So again, it's not really pretty much just nothing to go over, as we already discussed what is a keyboard and mouse. Right, we got the monitor or display. So a computer monitor is an output device that displays visual information such as text, images, and video generated by a computer's graphics card. So monitors, many different types of monitors you can get, you can plug in, uses different interfaces, like it uses VGA, uses HDMI, uses DisplayPort. Nowadays you probably will just be using HDMI or DisplayPort. So the computer images and stuff like that is generated by the computer's graphics card. If your computer doesn't have a graphics card, it uses something called an integrated graphics card, which is something that is built into the motherboard, which allows, it's only for, basic viewing and stuff like that. If you want to game or render 4K videos and stuff like that, you have to upgrade to a graphics card. One thing I didn't explain to you guys was an APU, which is a accelerated processing unit, which is basically a CPU and a GPU in one. Most game systems use APUs. Probably will again talk about that in a different video if I remember how to do it. If I remember to get to the topic. But the monitor display, it is an essential part of the desktop computer setup, serving as the user's window into the computer operations. So without a monitor, you cannot see what's being generated by the computer's graphics card. You cannot see what's going on. Like, for example, let's say you turn on your computer, you're hitting random keys, and you're hearing the speakers playing, like it's making some kind of noise. You can't see what's going on. You can only hear what's going on. So a computer monitor is essential for you to see what is being displayed. Computer speakers or headphones. So a computer speaker is an audio output hardware device that connects to a computer to generate sounds. It allows users, which is us, the end user, to hear music, dialogue, sound effects, and system alerts. These speakers convert electrical signals from a computer's sound card or integrated audio hardware into sound waves that can be heard by the listener. So most desktop computers, you have to buy external speakers. Now, if you are connected to let's say a regular TV, a LCD TV, a smart TV nowadays, smart TV and stuff like that, these TVs have a built-in speaker. If you happen to use an HDMI cable, which produces both picture and sound, you can connect that to your computer, and you can listen what's coming from your computer onto your TV, smart TV screen. If you're using any other cable, you're gonna have to buy external speakers, and it's practically better to buy external speakers as they are more powerful than what's on the TV. You got subwoofers, you got your two, you got left channel, right channel speakers and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty much better to buy external speakers. This one isn't really essential, as you can always operate a computer without sound. You don't really need sound to use a computer. Sure, you're gonna be missing out if you're browsing the web and you're watching movies, playing music, stuff like that. You're not gonna hear what's going on. But yeah, it's technically not. It's not essential to have. So a sound card. Nowadays, you won't see in many computers with sound cards anymore, as these things are built onto the motherboard and stuff like that. So you don't really have to worry about sound cards. So this is more like back legacy card and stuff like that. So you got headphones as well. So headphones, everyone used headphones before, or even the little AirPods, Apple AirPods and stuff like that. You can connect that to your computer, laptop, via Bluetooth, or even the 3.5 audio jack, headphone jack. So the headphones is basically the same thing. It converts electrical signals from it converts it into sound waves that you can hear. Just that the difference between headphones is it's more private. Only you can hear what's going on. So let's say you have a roommate, and you're playing let's say you're playing Fortnite or something like that, and the constant of the guns firing and stuff like that, and your roommate he's trying to sleep, and you want to hear what's going on. Or let's say you're online chatting, you want to hear what's going on, and you can play through TV because you have your roommate there. So you will use a headphone, and that will put everything private, so your roommate doesn't hear you, and you're hearing everything, and also it blocks out noise. You get some noise cancellation ones, Man, it's actually makes you feel more into the game or whatever you're doing. So I have a pair of these kind of headphones you can use. You can grab these. I think I pay like what $30 and stuff like that. I also have another one over here. So this one, so sorry, this one right here. This one has a mic, so whenever you game in, you can chat with your people and stuff like that. Um, yeah, so you can grab these things, from Best Buy, Target, and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's computer speakers and headphones. Webcam. So we talked about this with laptops. So a webcam is a digital video camera that connects to a computer and captures video and audio data to transmit into real time over the internet. So we talked about this in laptops where laptops have it built in, but it isn't all that in great quality. So it's better to buy an external one. So because desktops don't really have anything built in, you have to buy external webcam. There are many webcams out there which have 1080p, 4K. It basically allows you to use, let's say you're video calling, you can use the webcam to talk to people on your computer. Um, if you're streaming, recording videos, you have your little portrait of yourself in the corner of the screen to show, like whatever you're playing on the screen. That's what a webcam is for. What else? What else? What else? So webcams are very high quality, better than the ones that are built in to the laptop. All-in-ones also has webcams built in. Again, it's not great quality. It's better to buy an external one. I'm not really going to go too much into this, as this is technically not an essential peripheral to use a computer. It's just something extra, and that's a webcam for you. Printers. So a computer printer is an external hardware output device that takes electronic data, text or images from a computer, smartphone, or other digital device and generates a hard copy, which is a physical, tangible version on media like paper. So printers are very complicated. There's so many gears and machinery going inside them. Some printers last long, some don't. Some breaks down very easily, and that's mainly because it's so many mechanical parts going on in a printer. You got the print head, you got the nozzles and stuff like that. The printer is technically not essential again. But it is good to have on your desk, as you can print out what you're displaying on your computer screen. So let's say you want to print out a document, a job application form, a time sensitive piece of paper. You can print that from your computer, from your phone, or whatever, and your printer will print out a hard copy of it. I personally have a printer myself. I think it's very important to have a printer, as you may not know when you will need it. There are many types of printers. There are inkjets, there are thermal printers, there are all-in-ones, multifunctional. Probably will make a video about printers. But yeah, so it's not essential, but it's good to have. All right, so the last one will be USB devices or expansions. So a USB device is defined as a peripheral that connects to a computer via the USB standard, allowing for plug-and-play functionality where the device automatically configures itself upon connection. So in today's standards, we basically have the two common USB standards, and that is USB-A, which is, you'll find this probably on, most computers, well, not most, all computers have this. Certain laptops don't, like, Apple doesn't have it. But the most common is, as you know, USB-C. So USB-C is kind of like a phone connector type thing. And it's expanded, as it is the current standard for USB. And mostly all devices uses USB-C now, game systems, even cheap, let's say things like this. Like I have this little case right here, and you can see it has a it has a USB-C right there. So even things like that, it's using USB-C. Even my a blend jet, like it's a little portable blender, it uses USB-C. USB is the current standard and it's everywhere. So you got USB devices. It can be USB storage like USB flash drives. Um, it can be game controllers, like plugging in, connecting your PS5 controller to your computer via USB. What else? I'm trying to think what else peripheral via USB that I use. Can't really think of any. Speakers. Well, speakers uses USB to power it, but it for the computer to recognize it uses a 3.5 jack. But anything, to be honest, any external device that you want to connect your computer to communicate with it, it's using the USB standard. So let's say the Razer Ripsaw, which is a capture card device, connects via USB. Computer recognizes it and stuff like that. So most USB devices are hot swappable, which means you can plug it in, plug it out on the fly. And you don't really have to turn off your computer for a device to connect and stuff like that. It's connect in, boom, computer recognizes it, and it's ready to go. Right? So that's USB devices and extensions. All right, guys. So that is all for today's video. Thank you again for tuning in this week's episode. Thanks again for watching. If you are new again, please hit the subscribe button, leave a like, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.